better way. My profession requires discipline of first order. With discipline, everything follows. If you are disciplined, you will obey your seniors, you will carry out the orders in time, you will coordinate with your team, you will do welfare of your fellow juniors, and this discipline is actually the backbone of force that we really love. The kind of discipline is displayed by the forces. And I am a survivor. I am a born survivor. In my view, success is something which comes after overcoming the obstacles. Because no task can be accomplished unless your team work is good and your team members are satisfied and convinced what my commander is saying is correct, and they should have most of the energy. So this is the advice. They should do well. They should know their work. The born survivor. In spite of a lot of hassles in my life, lot of setbacks, and sometimes I thought I am finished. I could not carry on my career, or I could not go to height of the career where I want to go. And I am a survivor. I am a born survivor.
I am your host Gaurav Garg, and we welcome all our viewers to our show Amazing Mentor. Today with us is Mr. M.K. Verma. He is currently Senior Commandant at CISF. He is a result-oriented professional and civil servant, IAS Allied Group A, with 23 years of expertise in Commanding CISF and NDRF across India, and with proven expertise in industrial security, asset protection, security consultancy, security and loss prevention, law and order, disaster management, CBRNE Emergencies, physical security, vigilance, HRM and Administration. It's a pleasure to welcome Commandant M.K. Verma to our show Amazing Mentor. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to speak on your platform. I'm really happy to interact.
It's my pleasure, sir. So tell us about your childhood and childhood memories which you still remember.
My childhood was in rural setting. My father was posted in a small town. It's not town, it's a grown-up town. There was a sugar mill, there was an intermediate college and some primary health center. So it was a small village, grown-up village. I really cherish those memories. From my primary school to my intermediate school, I was studying in Singapore district, a small town. I still remember those days when we had a lot of fun, a lot of mixing, and a lot of love from my colleagues. My teachers were really good. They cared for me. The family bonding and care from neighborhood, it was really rewarding. Those days, even neighbors can call you, they can meet you at some nook and corner, and they will try to rectify if you are doing something wrong. At the same time, if your father is not present, and some of your neighbor will take care of you and your family, and they will go to school also, and they will inquire how this child is going. That were wonderful days. I really cherish those memories.
So what was your dream profession as a child? Was it similar to what you are right now?
No, it's quite different. In India, choosing a profession, deciding what you will become, it was really difficult those days also. Nowadays also. I was not good in mathematics, so I naturally focused on biology. And I was really good in biology, so I thought I will become a doctor. So after doing my +2, then I went to a degree college also. And after degree college, I appeared in the CPMT examination and I got selected into MBBS. And you'll be happy to note that King George Medical College, I could get admission there. And for some time, for some years, I continued my study. And because of some family compulsions, financial problems, I could not complete my study. So I thought what I should do now. They thought I should do something. If I am not able to complete my medical, I should do something better than this. So I tried to write for the IAS exams. Then I wrote for the IAS exams, 1 attempt, 2 attempts and 3 attempts. And finally, I got into IAS, not IAS proper, but the IAS Allied Service I got. Those days, CISF was also a part of the IAS Allied Service. Based on my merit in choice and different circumstances and allotment of seats, so I could get CISF. So that is how I am CISF. I straightway never tried to go into CISF, but by default, through IAS exams, I am here and I am happy. I am in such a department which is really good.
So what about your hobbies and interests?
I was a nature lover as a student of biology, so I was searching small animals, centipede, millipede, and a lot of vegetation, biophytes particularly. So I had a hobby of collecting all those plants, and later on also during my career and later on my life, I maintained my hobby of gardening and collecting plants, collecting flowers, and exotic varieties also. Some of the exotic varieties I collected, and I'm happy I am still maintaining it. Another hobby, I am fond of listening melodies, some 70 type of melodies I am fond of hearing. And so foreign music like Arabian music also I like very much.
So who was your inspiration in early childhood?
My parents only. It was a joint family and influence of my cousins and my grandparents and my parents of course. So daily I used to see their faces. They were doing a lot of hard work. My father was doing a lot of hard work. My mother was maintaining household. So these are my initial mentors, or you can say they were the role models. Later on when I went to school through textbook, I learned about the world and the personalities. Then I came across Mahatma Gandhi. I read in my textbook only, and then Ambedkar and Abraham Lincoln. What I read my textbook and it still is appealing to me that there was occasion when inspector of schools came to the school and Gandhi was writing the spelling of 5 words, and one of the words he could not write correctly. So one of his teachers given him hint, copy from your neighbor's way, but he denied. He never wanted to get success by cheating. So that still haunts me, and I really like that quality, and I try to inculcate that particular quality into my personality. And I read about the Dr. Ambedkar. He was such a person, not only ostracized from social criteria, he was a poor also. So he put a lot of struggle in becoming, he contributed a lot of things towards world development and not only India. Abraham Lincoln, I read about him that he was a poor person. He wanted to study, but he has no textbooks, no facilities. He borrowed a book from his neighbor, who was, rich person. So he brought the book, studied, and one night it was hampered. So he went to landlord. He tried to return, but he refused to accept the damaged book, and he said, okay, you will work in my fields, and that is how you will repay the cost. Abraham Lincoln was very happy, and he was really happy he could at least retain that book. So much hunger was there for the knowledge. All those personalities now in a profession, I meet people coming across various platforms. So learning is still back in vain, and a lot of people who meet me daily basis, I heard about them on TV or some other read in newspapers, magazines. I really admire a lot of people and try to learn from everybody. Whatever quality they have, I try to observe.
So any school or college life memories, notorious memory which you would like to share?
I was a naughty boy. You can still make out my front face. I was a very naughty boy. And one particular moment, I still remember. A lot of things I faded out also. But really, I remember one fine day, prayer was going on. My teacher commanded hands down. You won't believe, I'm sorry to admit on the user's platform, but my words were legs up. He said hands down. After prayer folded hands, he said hands down. I said legs up. So he caught me. So still, whenever I remember, I laugh. I shared this incident with my kids also, and my daughter particularly. She always laughs of this incident. I don't know whether I can recollect and link those memories again. But going into memories, down the memory lane, is always fantastic. Very good.
So what all challenges did you face while preparing for your CISF?
I never prepared for CISF. Initially, I was in medical college. I could not complete because of certain issues. And when I wrote for the IAS exams, I faced some challenges toward IAS. Whether it is IAS or you are preparing for CISF or you are preparing for a bank PO exams, challenges are most of the time are same. So with me, I was in Lucknow. So it was not a very developed place, mean to say. From the competition point of view, that time, getting a study circle was difficult. So getting a material, getting a study circle, getting a PS who are appearing in various exams was difficult. So you are not knowing actually where you are going, in which directions you are putting your efforts. There was no role model around me who can guide me, you do this or you do this so you get optimum success. Of course, finance was also a problem.
So what was the first reaction of your parents when you told them, okay, now I have become an officer?
I did not tell them clearly that I am going to leave MBBS and I am going for IAS, because there was a dilemma. Already I was doing MBBS, so it was a big show in my society, community, wherever I was being or I was staying. So becoming somebody, a doctor was also already a good deal. When I was writing for an IAS and I got into CISF, there was a mixed reaction of my parents. They did not discourage me, but they were not absolutely happy, because it is considered to be a higher profession than going to some other service. They were not absolutely happy. There was a mixed reaction, but my father was a very, and mother also, they were open people. They said, you do whatever you want to do, but do in a better way. So they allowed me and I joined CISF. Until then, I'm doing it to the best of my capability.
So where did you start your career journey from?
After coming to CISF, I started my career from Northeast. The place was a small place, very remote area. It was a Bogaigaon and it was a refinery. And the area those days, it was heavily infested with terrorist insurgent activities. A lot of Bodo militants, NDRF, a lot of insurgent activities are going on. So while protecting the assets, that is very vulnerable from security point of view, we also had to face the insurgent environment. Most of the time we were moving to checking outposts during late night, even midnight, and going for various administrative duties here and there. The various operational duties also. And I was determined. So with the help of my team, they were really good, and my seniors who guided me from time to time and told me the exact strategy which I should follow. I could do better, but the Northeast environment was a real challenge for us.
How was your early days as an officer?
It was really enjoyable. My seniors who were already there in my unit, they were really good person. Very warm welcome they had given me. They extended all those facilities which I could expect in a force or a department. They taught me a lot of things. How to do administrative duties, how to go about the training, how to do operational activities, and how to deal with your men, subordinates, how to do liaising. That was a really good experience. And because of that foundation, because of good company, and because of good effort put into me by my seniors, I was still confident. That was a really good experience in the very start of my career.
What all type of departments have you handled in your course of career?
You work in a government department, and particularly a department which is dealing with force. You are bound to do all kinds of things. Like man management is the first thing, and we are dealing with security and protection. So security, protection, and then the man management and functions of human resource management and the vigilance. And later on, I went for a deputation for disaster management and commanded 2 battalions in the eastern sector and southeast. So all those portfolio, there is nothing left which I have not done, from accounting to administration and management, training, recruitment.
So any particular movement you would like to share in your journey as an officer?
I would quote one movement. It was in 2008. It was called late in the evening. So I was leading the team. And when we reached the Kendrapara district headquarters, they asked us to move immediately because the area where we were expected to respond was going to be submerged very fast. So they told us to move immediately. We moved immediately. And after going certain distance, there was water all around and we could not see the road. So I decided we'll not return. We'll go ahead, whatever happens. I consulted my team members. They said, sir, go ahead and we'll certainly reach and respond to this stranded population. We started by light, highlight, some tree or some other visual clues. We could move very slowly, and around 12 to 1 o'clock in the night, we reached Garatpur block office. We stayed there and started rescuing people immediately. Next day, the sea level went up further, and you won't believe within 1 hour, 10 feet of water rushed into our shelter place. And we were on the top of the building. And that condition, a lot of calls were coming to radio. We started rescuing, and that was a real adventure. When we were not knowing where we are going, actually, the road was not visible. Only with the help of the skylight, some tree, or some other things, we could just navigate. That was the most adventurous and memorable mission we have done.
So what's that one thing you love about your profession the
My
most?
profession requires discipline of first order. With discipline, everything follows. If you are disciplined, you will obey your seniors, you will carry out the orders in time, you will coordinate with your team, you will do welfare of your fellow juniors, and this discipline is actually the backbone of force, and we really love the kind of discipline is displayed by the forces.
So who is your mentor in professional life?
Still in search of a good mentor, and trying I could get a mentor who can guide me. Because if you are a mentor, proper mentor who can guide you in time and efficiently, so rate of success enhances manifold. So instead of beating about the bush, you are going to do some course, or you are deviating to some other course, or say you are trying for some exams, and then you are leaving that exam, trying to go to other exam, and then sometimes you are heading towards a goal considerably, and then suddenly you decide, oh no, I will not be satisfied, or the results will not be okay. So let's come back or deviate. So if a result is there, he will not allow you to choose a wrong direction first, and he will put such energy, he will motivate you, and he will guide you with the available resources. So you achieve a lot of success, and your accomplishment of goal would be fine. So requirement of a mentor is absolutely required, and luckily I could not get such a mentor who can maximize my rate of success and my satisfaction towards achievement. So I am still in search, and hope God Almighty may be kind to encounter someday with a good mentor.
So what was the most challenging phase of your life?
I could not take care of my family because of my commitments. My son was ill, he was bedridden, and suddenly because of COVID, I could not help him. I could not reach to him also during his last time. That I really regret. And that was created a lot of mental drama. But as a soldier, we always come up very fast. And everything I have managed, I have come back, and I am again devoting to it.
So what's your definition of
From my
success?
point of view, success is not something which is seen today. When you reach to a certain position, we should not say this is success. Success, I believe, is a successive, small, step-wise achievement when you overcome small hurdles, small obstacles. And when you pass those obstacles, that is really success. So you can say, I have been successful in overcoming this obstacle. I have overcome this obstacle, and this is my success. So success is successive. It comes into a small packages. And when you see a person sitting on a very high position, and you say he is successful, in my view, success is something which comes after overcoming the obstacles.
So if you are able to get hold of time machine, which phase of your life would you like
I
to
want
go
to
back?
give my childhood again. And then I would certainly like to go to my medical college and complete my study.
So what's the motto of your
I
life?
have inherited from my forefathers or from society. I should leave these resources or things to my next generation. Whatever I have got, when I leave, next generation should pray and appreciate that my forefathers or my previous generation has left something which they have enriched. So I want to leave this world in a better condition than what actually I have.
So what was the most challenging mission of
It
your
was a
career?
rescue mission. In 2014 June, I got a message. That time I was in South India, Chennai. I got a message around 5 o'clock in the evening that 11-story building under construction has collapsed in Chennai suburb. And we rushed along with my teams, and we continued for the 7 days and night. And within first 72 hours, we rescued many people, a lot of traumatic bodies and injured bodies we recovered, and we could save a lot of lives, and some unfortunately some people died also. That was really challenging. At the same time, keeping people emotionally stable during that operation was also a big challenge for me as a team commander.
So what advice would you like to give to new officers?
My officers should maintain absolute integrity. They should be loyal to the department, the policies of the government. They follow a code of procedure, so they should not deviate out of confusion or out of hassle. And they should also take care of their teams, because no task can be accomplished unless your team work is good and your team members are satisfied and convinced what my commander is saying is correct, and they should have most of the energy. So this is the advice. They should do well. They should know their work from the very beginning, and they should stick to the work until it is needed. And at the same time, they should follow the rules and procedure, and they should also get guidance from their seniors so that there are lesser mistakes. And at the same time, they should motivate and make up their teams. They enhance their capacity so that the systems are good.
So what all are do's and don'ts you would suggest while preparing for UPSC?
There are certain things they should know what they want to apply for. What is the eligibility? Whether eligible for a particular post or a service or not. Then they should check their educational qualifications, their physical capacity, like they should be medically fit. And particularly when they're going for the courses, they should have a mental attitude also to serve courses. They should practice well. If they are going for physical examination like endurance test, they should prepare well in advance. They should work at least 6 days or 5 days in a week and take some rest at the end of week, so they are not exhausted. Just before the exams or tests, they should take proper rest, and they should go with a free mind and with a hope that they will succeed. One thing very important, they should remember there is no shortcut. They should not believe that some person or some faulty mechanism, some unethical means, or through some doubt they can get into this service. This is not possible, because recruitment nowadays is very transparent and very honest, and nobody can say that with the help of a doubt or shortcut by a recommendation or some shortcut ethical means they can get a job. And particularly for the courses, they go for physical endurance tests. And for physical endurance tests, they should not go for shortcut or unethical means like taking drugs, narcotics, some intoxicating substance, or a stamina booster drug. They should not go, because it will harm their health also, and later on it will damage their body, and their attitude will also get hampered. They should work hard, well planned, and last thing, they should have a strong family and friends, like in government service or private service, or particularly the forces. You may be required to serve in a condition or at a location where your family or you yourself will not be able to take care of the domestic affairs. So unless you have a strong family backup, or your friends are supporting you and your family, you will land into a psychological trauma, and that will be neither good for you or not for the department.
So now we will start our rapid round.
Yeah.
Your favorite actor and actress?
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a macho man and fits into force, setting up strength.
Your favorite color? Your favorite
My
destination?
Home. After doing everything, I would like to prefer to do my home.
Your favorite
I bought
car?
Alto in 2004, and still it is with me. This is my favorite car.
Things
My
in your wish list?
is to go on a world tour with my wife.
Your dream house?
My dream house should be with a really big drawing room.
Your second choice of career?
Given the chance, I would like to go to Berlin.
What change would you like to see
What
in
of
the world?
changes are required? I wish there should be a world, a global relation without political boundaries. And the resources are shared. There should be one currency, non-stop movement among the countries, and single citizenship. And there will be just one world order, That is what.
So at last, one line that defines
I'm
you.
a survivor. Despite of lot of hassles in my life, lot of setbacks, and sometimes I thought I am finished. I could not carry on my career, or I could not go to height of the career where I want to go. And I am a survivor. I am a born survivor.
Thank you very much for your time, sir, and it was pleasure talking to you and listening to the experiences which you have shared, and especially
Thank
the
you
advice.
very much to you also, and I thank this platform which has given to me a chance to share my thoughts, my background, and whatever I had did in my life, good or bad. But still, I think sharing up things make things easier. And if somebody gets inspiration or guidance, I believe not only the success, failure should also be discussed, because the way somebody fails gives insight to some other person how to succeed. If we can skip those failure points, one can succeed very easily and very strongly. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful.
Thank you very much, sir.